Welcome in, belly up, have a seat, and grab a drink as we talk some Wingman Fantasy Football. Welcome into another edition of Wingman Fantasy Football, the League Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Furley, and as always, I'd like to thank all of you, or any of you who may be watching or listening to today's show. This is episode 72, week 12, ins and outs. And before we get any further along, let's make sure that everybody is in the room.
Wingmen assemble!
All right, now that everyone is here, let's get right into it. Let's check in on the news of the day. Let's find out who's in or out, who's hurt or not in this week's Actives Inactives. We are going to start off by letting you know there are no bye weeks this week, so every player who is healthy is eligible to play for our managers this week. All right, let's start with our IR list. Just to reiterate, as has now become official, Joe Burrow has been placed on IR officially and is now done for the year. The same with Mark Andrews, was officially placed on IR just the other day, and he is now done for the year. Now for some of our short-term IR players. Mecole Hardman, Kansas City wide receiver, was placed on the IR today and will be out a minimum of 4 weeks. He's not a very important player, but he's just one of the awful receivers that Mahomes has to choose from, and that's just one less for him to choose from for today. Josh Palmer is nearing a return. He only has one more game to sit out before he'll be eligible to return. So that's today. Starting anytime next week. I'm not sure if he will be designated to return, but he will be eligible to do so. Darren Waller also has one more week, as does Tyrod Taylor, before they are eligible to return. Zach Ertz is on the IR. His window to return is available, but it has not been opened. So he has not been designated to return as of yet. He is still on the IR, but he has no more weeks to wait before he can be activated. Dawson Knox is the same way, but they have a bye next week. So at the moment, it is the news is trending towards he will be potentially activated after their bye week. So he's not going to play today. He's definitely off next week with their bye. LA Rams running back Ronnie Rivers is still on the IR. He was not designated to return, although his 4 weeks have also passed. Justin Jefferson has been practicing all week. He could be activated as late as tomorrow at 4 o'clock to be eligible for the Monday night game, although it is trending towards that not being the case, looking like he's going to miss one more week, and the Vikings have a bye next week, so he will be most likely return in week 14. Just a little news on that for Justin Jefferson. Like I said, he has till 4 p.m. tomorrow to be activated for this week's game on Monday, and he has till Wednesday this week at 4 p.m. to be activated at all. So if he is not activated by Wednesday at 4 p.m., he will miss the remainder of the season. As for some better news, we have Kyren Williams, LA Rams running back, will be activated today from the IR. Activated. So he will be good to go for the Rams, and Red Sox Nation is taking that news and putting him right in his lineup, and he's going to play him this week. As for players that are ruled out this week, we have Noah Brown, Houston wide receiver, is not going to play this week. Neither is Dallas Goedert from the Philadelphia Eagles. T. Higgins is going to miss another week. He is out today. Treylon Burks is also going to miss, as well as Michael Wilson, Arizona rookie wide receiver. Now, this is interesting. A couple more Kansas City Chiefs, Kadarius Toney and Jerick McKinnon, are also out today. So I wouldn't say that anyone off the practice squad is much worse than their normal players for Kansas City in terms of their receiving core, but they're going to be out 2 receivers who do play. So we're going to see what Mahomes is going to do this week. I still have him in my lineup. So it's either going to be a Kelsey day or some unknown player is going to step up today and make a name for himself. As for players in the questionable area of this week, we have Deontay Foreman is doubtful and likely to not play, but his game is on Monday night, so he's got a little more time for that news to change. Also, these are players that are playing later today, tonight, or tomorrow night. We have Marquise Brown, Arizona wide receiver, is questionable but expected to play. Cooper Kupp is officially off the injured report, But just because he's coming off an injury, I have him on this list because he's not active yet as he plays a 4 o'clock game. Odell Beckham and Zay Flowers both play tonight on Sunday night. They were both questionable, but both looking like they should be able to go. As in that same game, Gerald Everett and Jalen Guyton for the Chargers are also questionable, but looks like they should be able to go. And Justin Jefferson, he's up in the air for Monday night, trending towards not playing, but you will know for sure by 4 p.m. tomorrow. If he's not activated by then, he cannot play this week. So that's going to make it tricky for King George. I'm not sure if he's got a backup plan. I think she's just going to sit him one more week. As for our players that are going to play today and are active, we have Rachaad White, who popped up on the injury report later in the week, but he is good to go and going to play. And Dameon Pierce is going to play after a 3-week absence.
Welcome back.
And this player, I keep getting wrong his status, but Zay Jones is active today. All right, guys, so thank you very much for that. Don't forget, I would love you to check out our website at wingmanentertainment.net/gameday. Let me get that one off there. As this is where I go for my Sunday morning tools. If you go here, you get on the left side, there's a little aggregator of news. In the middle section, there's these tiles that have the CBS Sports, ESPN, NFL.com, and Yahoo if you want to go right to your league site. So open this page first and then link to your league site. It'll open a new window there. On the right side of the page, we have our Twitter feeds for our prominent reporters. And in the middle section, we have our inactive list that updates moments after the inactives are posted by the teams on the official NFL site. So if you go through here, you can check out all of our inactive players right when they pop up. That's a great tool right there. Also, if you keep going to the very bottom of the page after the Twitter feeds, on the right side here is just a redundancy of the inactive list. I was trying to see what I like better, the web feed or the list feed, but the list feed gets pretty long, as you can see. But on the bottom, we have our weather for all of our NFL game stadium cities. So you can check there real quick if you want to see any weather that catches your attention. And they're all beautifully tiled with team logos. All right. Also, don't forget that you can check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/@wingmanfantasyfootball. With that being said, guys, don't forget you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, and Google Podcasts. Just search Wingman the League to get our audio feeds of our content on those podcast platforms. If you want to check out our video feeds, go ahead to youtube.com/@wingmanfantasyfootball. Also, wingmanentertainment.net/podcasts have all of our audio and video feeds in one place. So feel free to check that out to get all of our content. With that being said, guys, I want to wish you guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. I want to once again thank Ken and Bernie for helping me out on our Thanksgiving Day special. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode and they played another round of Fantasy Feud. And with that being said, guys, may your glasses be full, your mugs stay frosty, and we will see you next time.